Hey guys, this is Minnie and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to do a fall look. This is the requested look that I did about a week ago, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it from head to toe. If you guys are new here, don't forget to press the subscribe button right there. And if you've been here for a moment, welcome back. All right, so let's get started. First up, we're going to use the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. Load it up. Where's a piece of hair on here? Ew. Why do I have a piece of hair? Maybe because I use a brush or something. Yuck. Okay. So, gonna get it in my hands and then put it all over my face. Not too much because last time I used way too much and it was kind of difficult to work with. Too oily and just too pasty. So, just the right amount. They have a little coin where you can just like scoop it up, but I lost that coin, so I'm gonna have to just estimate on what I need. Such a cute little packaging, and it smells really nice. Next up, we're gonna use the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist and just kind of squirt all over my face. Very, very luxurious kind of feel. It doesn't come out as much as other sprays, which is like kind of a bummer because I have to spray much more, which I guess I don't mind because I'm a spray whore. But it's not that same mist that MAC gives you. And that one is like, yes. Alright, so moving on to foundation, I'm going to use the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the number 5.25. And I'm going to use my beauty blender, which I keep in this little egg right here. This egg thing to just keep it contained. Because I have not found a beauty blender holder, which is so weird, but that's very useful. Let's load this face up with foundation. Alright, foundation is on, and now moving on to concealer. I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Light Neutral and cover up my bags. Everyone's got them. Dab it in, make sure it's nicely concealed. I like to focus on my nose area because I feel like that's where my most problem area is. It's always oily and it's always patchy somehow because there's like a lot of pores in that area, so I always want to just give it the most coverage there. Moving on to baking my face, I'm using the La Prairie Cellular Treatment Loose Powder. Gonna load up my beauty blender with the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Mist. Give it a lot of spray. Dip it into here and then bake underneath my eyes and a lot on my nose because that's the area where it gets patchy and blobby. A little bit on my forehead, on my chin, chinny chin chin chin. Now moving on to eyebrows, I'm going to use my MAC 263 brush and Espresso and Brune eyeshadow from MAC Cosmetics. Let's fill in these eyebrows. Okay, so we have one eyebrow done. Let's move on to the next one. My eyebrows are done on fleek, and now moving on to the eyeshadow. I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Desert Dust palette. Here it is. I recently discovered this brand, and so far I've been like using it and loving it. The way that it is, like the glitters and the mattes, it just seems very easy to blend. And a plus is it has a mirror. So when you're doing your makeup and you're doing it on a small mirror, it's so difficult. So just having it here in front of you is so easy. So I'm going to grab my S142 brush and go into this color right here, Amethyst, and then brush it on my lids. Then I'm going to move it upwards towards my mid-range of my eyes, into the hollows of my eyes, and then go back and forth. Make sure it's nicely blended. Then I'm gonna grab this color called Old and then put it into the hollows of my eyes right here just to give it more definition. Then blend it back and forth, inner and then outer. And then into the center of my eyes right here, just for that drastic shade and then blend it outwards here to give it more shadow on the outer ends. And then move it towards the inner corners of your eyes. Give it a nice crease. Just keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until it's nicely blended. If you don't see any lines or any creasing, then you're good to go. Blending is everything. Next step, I'm gonna go into the color Twilight using my finger, my ring finger. I feel like the sparkles and the shimmery colors work better with your fingers. So just use your fingers and then dab it into the eyelids and then go back and forth and then blend it upwards to blend into the shadow that you just placed on your eyes, the hollows, etc. And then bring it into the inner corners of your eyes right here. Yeah, so I've done this look before and using the brush, it's no good. For some reason, it doesn't pick up. So use what you got. Put underneath my waterline right here. Back and forth, back and forth. Blend, blend, blend. And then with this brush right here, it's a small, tiny brush I got from MAC. It looks like this. And then I'm gonna go in with the color Old and Amethyst. And then line my bottom lash line right here. Give it a nice smoke underneath. And then also bring it up towards this area just to bring back that definition because there's some shimmers on top, so I want to kind of blend it all together well. And then connect it at the outer edge to give that nice point. All right, so there's one of my eyes. I'm going to work on this one and I'll be right back. Eyeshadow is done. Now moving on to eyeliner. I'm using the Shuuemura eyeliner. I'm going to line the top and bottom of my eye lash line. So here we go. I'm gonna wing it out the ends like I always do. Gives me more dramatic feel, how I like it. And then the bottom as well. Just to add that extra drama. Now let's move on to curling my lashes. Come on, baby, curl. I don't have much, but it really does help with pushing up the falsies. Try my best to get them all nicely curled up. This takes forever because my lashes are so straight. And like I try to buy like all sorts of mascaras and all sorts of lash curlers to keep it up, but it just flops after a while. Boo. Do you ever see one of those people who have like naturally curled lashes, especially babies? So jealous. Now let's move on to mascara. I'm using the Bad Girl Bang mascara. Gonna coat the bottom lash line only because I told you my top lashes is not cute. They just don't curl. They don't budge except go down. So I don't have a lot of lashes, and this really helps me kind of extend my bottom, and the more coats I add on to my bottom lash line, the more it's gonna look thick and it's gonna look like it's much longer. So I just gotta keep doing it over and over until I'm happy with it. And sometimes if you do it too much, it might become kind of clunky, so be careful and go slow. Now we're gonna brush off all the translucent powder everywhere. I think the baking should be done. It's been a moment. And then after I brush it all off, I'm going to top it off with some more powder. I'm going to use the Chanel Natural Finish Loose Powder. Get a little bit and just brush it all over my face just to close up the dealio. This is Cake Face 101. Then I'm going to grab my S110 blush brush using my Natasha Denona Mini Blush and Glow Ooh, messy. All right, take this pink color and then put it on my cheeks, the apples of my cheeks. You can grab some on this side as well, just to give it some glow. When you mix them both together, it just looks so, so pretty, and like it kind of glows, but very subtle. So if you're into that shine and that shim, this is perfect for you. It's very light, so I don't know if this would show up on a lot of skin tones, but for me, you have to do a couple coats. So that's why I feel like it's going to take a moment for other types of skin tone, but it's really, really pretty with the glow. And then later when we add the highlighter, it's going to intensify even more. Now it's time to bronze using the Huda Benefit Bronzer. I'm going to use the S103 brush and bronze my cheekbones, here, this area, a little bit on my forehead, just to tone down that white translucent powder and bring in the whole look together. Bring a focal point to the T-zone, and then give myself a snatched jawline. And then brush a little bit underneath your eyes, because if you bake, sometimes you might have a little bit of flashback when you take photos, so you want to just bring that down, tone it down a little bit. No raccoon eyes, or reverse raccoon eyes, if you will say. Next up, I'm going to snatch this nose using the Kevyn Aucoin Contour Duo. You know the drill if you've been following me. If you haven't, then let me show you right now. Just draw two lines really close to each other. The closer it is, the more snatched your nose is, the more definition and more height you're gonna get. If you don't like it too snatched, then you can make it further apart. But just keep in mind, the further apart, the bigger your nose will be. So think Disney character nose. Yeah. Gonna buff my nose with the S121G brush to blend everything nicely together, so it doesn't look too obvious that there's like two lines. I want to create that contour, but I don't want to make it messy. Keep it clean and classy. So just keep going back and forth until you're comfortable with that contour. Okay, and then using my S127 brush, going to highlight that nose with the other end of the Kevyn Aucoin Contour Duo, just to enhance that nose a little bit. Moving on to highlighter, I'm going to be using the Pat McGrath highlighter. I'm going to use this color right here. This is like a nice pink purple color. I'm going to use my fingers because just like the Huda Beauty shadow, it picks up better with your fingers. So use what you got. I'm going to place it on top right here. Such a pretty color. Oh my goodness. It's like unicorn. Very, very pretty. I can use this one to blend it out, my pinky finger, just in case I added too much. Can go back and forth with the pinky and the ring finger. Bring that up to my eyebrow bone right here. And then bring it down just a tad to connect to this area right here. So I don't know how that's picking up on the camera, but on right here in real life, it's really pretty. Then I'm gonna get some of that and put it underneath my eyebrow bone right here. Highlight that area. And then blend it in with the eyeshadow. And then same thing with the other side. A little bit on my chin and a little bit on my Cupid's bow. You can see when I move my head, it has a nice pink purple tint to it, so it matches really well with the eyeshadow. All right, so let's move on to lip liner. Using the Cat Everlasting Bow and Arrow lip liner, I'm going to overdraw my lips just slightly, not too crazy. I don't want to look like Duck. I want to look puckered. Next for lips, I'm using the Smashbox Always On Matte lipstick color called Throwback Jam. It's a very nice vibrant color and has a point so you can easily get into the corners. Last step is to add your favorite lashes to finish off the look. And I'm gonna use this one right here. I like to use dramatic lashes because this is how I am. I'm drama when it comes to makeup. So if you guys are not feeling like too crazy, then just use something soft. It's really up to your preference. And then you can adjust them accordingly. Make sure they stick on real good. I just did my hair just to put everything together for you guys. And now I'm going to top it off with the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. Like a whole lot. Because like I said, this pump is like very, very mediocre. I need extra. Alright, so this is my final look. I hope you guys like this look. It's geared towards fall more, but it still has that vibrant kind of, you know, feel to it. In person, it's a little bit more darker, but on the camera, it's like really, really bright and vibrant. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys like it? Anyway, if you do, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to sound off below. Give me some advice, some feedbacks, any requests, let me know. And I hope to do more looks for you guys in the future. Thanks for joining me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right. Thanks for watching. Toodles.